So how to go beyond this I am the body idea? Where was this idea, I am the body, before you start the spiritual journey? Let's say 10 years ago or 5 years ago, doesn't matter when it happened. This idea, I am the body, where it was? Did you have an idea that you are the body before you open a book and point it towards, you know what? You are thinking that you are the body. You should not think this. Go beyond this dualistic idea. So in the same way you find out about this idea, you are only Shiva, you also have to forget about this idea that you are only Shiva. Just forget about it. If you look into the scriptures, really deep, and without any intention to hold something or reject something, and you read them integrally, like read them for the first time, like all of them, you'll find the pointers. Ashtavakra Gita says that you are beyond duality and non-duality. What does it mean? It means that at some point, everything that you learned, you have to put it away. Practice this. Practice, unlearning. It's a very interesting process. Very few people can do this. Once this idea are captured by the intellect, we fall so much in love with them. You know, like inside we hug them like this, like. And I tell you this just because I was there. Being obsessed by the books and reading all the scriptures, not even being interesting about commentaries of someone towards the scriptures, going straight to the Upanishads, straight to the Vedas, because they carry a lot of energy. They trigger in our essence something which maybe it was very dormant there. But once that is waked up, you have to let the words go, and you'll find in yourself how difficult it is and how painful it is to just let these things to forget. Because if you don't make a conscious effort every day to remind them, you'll see how they go from yourself, and you'll even feel a very subtle hint of fear that you might forget them, that you might forget yourself and your essence, and you might forget and lose the path. And that's the path, my dear, to lose the path. If the mind tells you, you know what, what are you doing? You start to kind of lose your inner dialogue. You know, like, because the mind, when you are in this stage, the mind always remembers you. Different stanzas from different scriptures, like applying to different situations. And to let them go, let them sink. You know, sink is like when you have a stone. Exactly. When you have a stone on the surface of the lake, not to hold on to it, but to just, not to grasp the hand, just let it. And then the stone starts to fall and to sink into the lake and reaches the bottom. And paradoxically, this is what you are looking for. Because as you said, the learning is still superficial.
Yes.
It's just that the scripture is very well known, but until you do this action, which is a non-action, by the way, like, and the stone falls and these words fall into the bottom of your ocean, and they reach the bottom, they reach the source, nothing will happen. And this is a very, very intimate process, very difficult. I think Bernadette Roberts talks something about very, very beautiful. I like her very much. She used to be a monk, which late years came into the Advaita tradition, and describes her experiences with the self, and says, I like it very much, this part, that every precious experience that you have to let it sink and dissolve into yourself, and to forget about it without any fear that it will not come, even the memory, it will not come back again. And trust me, this is the most difficult part, especially when it's a very dear and very beautiful experience, to just let it sink into your own unconscious part and lose contact with it. It's like losing a part of yourself. Like if you have a blissful experience or something which is like really, really dear to you, so just forget about it. Not consciously to bring it back into the in the surface level of the lake. To just know what, okay, if I will not remember it, I will not remember it. It's a very deep part of the self-inquiry process in which the attitude is something like, okay, if it's not mine, then it should go away. If it's mine, it will stay without me having any effort towards it. And I will remember it, and it will come naturally on the surface when it has to come. And funny thing is the same way even with this idea, I am the body. What if at some point you lose complete interest in this idea? Either to push it, either to retain it, just no interest. Whenever you see the thought, I am the body, crossing your mind, it's like, okay, it's here. No reason to push. No reason to do something with it. Even the intention to self-inquiry into it. There's no reason for doing nothing. It stays there, okay, it stays there. It goes away, okay, it goes away. And what means to go deeper and to inquire deeper? It means to feel the pain in yourself, to just feel the pain in the body, in the mind. Whatever you feel like it appears. When you carry out this instruction of not touching even this idea, not doing anything about it,